I had jury duty this week. The criminal did not show up. And so I immediately thought, oh my God, guilty! If someone says jury duty, I always think, ha ha ha, you said duty. If the law is inherently unjust, I'm nullifying that shit, baby! Yeah! What would you do if you had a time machine? Where would you go? What would you do? You might screw up the timeline. You may not even be born if you go and do that. So if I go back to 1943, I steal some gold that was somehow integral in some kind of causal nexus that caused me to be born, so many people to be born, I may come back to the future and find that I'm not even there. It's a paradox, you see. It's like 2 hours and 50 minutes. Whoa. Oh my God. By golly, I'm Charlie Brown with a chip on my shoulder. She likes to from a very young age. She likes to Yeah. What is boofing? Boofing.
I found this on the web for what is the opposite of buffing. Check it out.
No buffing. Boofing. Damn you. Greetings, y'all. This is Copy Who, and I'm your Southern Drawl host, Paul the producer. Yeah. You know it's me. I'm back after another week. And what a week it was. I had a wild week. A wicked, awesome, whiny, weeny week. You know it was. You don't know why, but you know it was. I just keep, saying things that start with W right now, but it's coming here. Let's do this. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm in Charlie Brown. Let's start this movie out down here, shall we? Oh, no. Damn you. I screwed this up. I'm starting that movie. Don't be start from the beginning, okay? I'm in Charlie Brown apparel right now. Do you understand what I'm saying by Charlie Brown apparel? I took a lint thing before I started, and I was rolling it on me to get the lint off of it. This was custom made for me, and I think it's one of the few things for me that was made for me that was done out of real love. Yay! Real love, everyone! Ha 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 ha! Oh, man. I should really tell you guys what the hell I'm talking about right now, but I won't. I will not reveal it to you, but this was done out of true love. Another thing that was done out of true love by the same person was you bought me Deal Live at Donington. That was very nice of you. And another thing, you bought me a book, Artie Lang, Too Fat to Fish. Thank you. So sweet of you. So sweet of you to fucking do that. I could get more fucking specific, but it would not be right. It would not be polite. I'm putting this down here right now. Hello, everyone. Take a look at what's on Tracy Lee Samsung television today. I am preferring actually lately to say television instead of theater. Television feels more right to me, but that is a movie down there, so maybe it's theater. I don't know. Let me just see if we're down there. See that? You're like, what's that movie? It's Psycho. It's the movie Psycho with Anthony Hitchcock, and so it's what I wanted to play today. While I wore Charlie Brown attire. There is no tie between the shirt and the movie playing. It's just what it is. It is what it is. And so I'm progressing in this room a little bit, and I have a list of things in my head. I actually ought to write them down to complete that wall over there. See, I removed what was there before where there was, what do you call it? There's a little wire there. That looks pretty imperfect right now. It's not as good as it could be. It looks really shitty right now, but I have an idea how to complete that wall over there, and I'm excited to do that. It's going to cost a little money to get that the way I have it in my mind. I'll have to buy a couple accent lights, and I might be putting as many as 2 TVs on that wall and some sound foam at the bottom. It'll be kind of looking a little bit like this wall behind me right now. So yeah, here's what I want to do. I want to get a little more over here in the shot because now it just feels correct. There's something a little weird though with a light that's not quite shining right over there. I see an imperfection here that's usually more evened out. I don't know what the deal is with that, to be honest with you. I don't know what? Why? Okay. I'll fix it later anyway. Welcome everyone, welcome. Oh, what a week it has been. I've had 5 weeks that were pretty good. I slept very well for 5 weeks, and last night it came rushing to a halt. I can't get into the specifics as to why. I still don't feel at liberty. I still feel like I'm at the mercy of Parasites, and parasites by their very nature, by their very definition, are not merciful. So to be at their mercy is unfair. And there's nothing cool about having responsibility and no authority. That is, by definition, what makes a slave. And ladies and gentlemen, I am a slave. I know that might offend some people just because I use the word slave but no, that's seriously what I'm saying. It's slavery. Slavery, slave! Not going to get into why it's slavery, robbed of authority and having responsibility, ironic responsibility, being deprived of rights, being stripped of rights, ironically having the only rights left over that you would have thought they'd take away. Looking at something up there. Is that normal? So what's happening with all of you? I don't have a chat here like a lot of other streamers have, and it's kind of a weird feeling not having a chat. Not now. Oh, I do hate that, though. When I go to do something and they're like, would you like to update this app? No, I would not. No, thank you. But let's just roll right into the topics I have in my notes then, shall we? Right before I started the show today, I was going duty. And I've gone 4 times. I seriously had to sit down 4 separate times, and each time you chafe your bottom cleaning up, and it's like it becomes raw and painful at some point. And then the last subsequent 3 times I did it was funny because I stand up thinking, okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna go do my show now, and then I'm like, no, I think I gotta go a little. I felt my tummy like that, and yeah, it's not manly to say tummy, but I'm saying tummy, and if you don't like tummy, too bad. I'm saying tummy. I felt my tummy like that. I'm like, no, like a little more, and I go back a couple more times, and I sit down and I finish it, and every time I'm standing up, I clean myself off, and then I'm like, oh no, time to go more again. It's just, I wish I could do it all in one sitting. In fact, I wish the whole thing was just instantaneous emptying. And so, segueing into the next part of what I want to say, I accidentally walked into a man while he was taking a dump in a stall this week. Not my fault. Restaurant's fault, because it's like a door to a stall, and it's a fancy stall. It's more like a room in a fancy door, but the lock apparently doesn't work, so you walk in and you're like, oh my God, sorry. So we have to endure this embarrassing moment with this man. Poor man, I'm sorry. Walked in on you. God knows if I would never sit down and take a dump somewhere where I couldn't lock someone out from potentially walking in on me. I just don't like the whole idea of having to do that. What an embarrassing moment. I'm really sorry. No, it was not in a church. It was in a restaurant Sunday morning at a steakhouse. And I don't remember the name of the steakhouse, but lunch was good. And I walked in on a man going duty. And no one ever wants to do that. I assure you that's not me. I don't want to do that. So that happened. That's what happened this week. Yesterday I learned a new word, and it was described to me what it was. And I was like, ah, ha, ha, that's funny. Ha, 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 ha. And the word is boofing. Okay? And so it was defined to me by this young woman at the kava bar, Leah. And I didn't know what boofing was. She was saying that she used to joke, and she used to say, let's boof. And she didn't know what the meaning was. And people would look at her like, what? What the hell are you talking about? And so when you find out the definition of the word, it's like, ha, that is funny that you go around saying boofing. So now I'm gonna take that from her. I'm gonna steal it I'm copying you. I'm copying who? I'm copying you. I'm taking it from you, and I'm gonna joke around with people, and I'm gonna say, let's boof, everybody. And they're going to look at me, too, like, what the hell is he talking about? Does he know what he's saying? And in the difference here is I know what I'm saying. I'm saying let's boof to people, and I know what it means. And people are going to be like, what? And they're not going to know I'm serious or not being serious, but they're going to think I'm serious, and it's going to be really gross and funny, okay? So what is boofing? I'm talking about boofing right now. And for those of you who don't know what boofing is, B-O-O-F-I-N-G, I looked it up, the definition, and it is exactly inserting drugs or having someone insert drugs into your body through your anus. Anus! Better experience is allowing someone to blow the substance inside you with a straw. Better experience is allowing. Why is that a better? That sounds like a more miserable experience. It says better experience was the definition given online here. Why better? What do you mean better? How could that be better, having someone else blow the substance into you with a straw? That sounds worse. It should say worse experience is allowing, not better experience is allowing. Anyway, boofing. I guess I was kind of doing the opposite of boofing before the show by going potty and emptying out. So it's the opposite of boofing. What is the opposite of boofing? Hey, Siri, what is the opposite of boofing?
Okay, I found this on the web for what is the opposite of buffing. Check it out.
No buffing! Boofing! Damn you! Okay. Let's move on from boofing. But I did think that was kind of a funny moment. Another moment in the week was, by golly, sometimes you just don't know what to do. Sometimes you want to, like, be considerate and tell someone, like, you have food in your teeth or you have, like, a booger in your nose. A couple weeks ago, I recently had a woman bring attention to the fact that I had a visible booger in my nose. Isn't that great? I'm like, hello, what's up, baby? You have a booger in your nose, she said. And I said, oh my goodness. And I went to the bathroom and I cleaned it out. I came out and I said, thank you. Thank you. I would do the same for you. And I think it's right to do that. Oh, yes. Not right now, sir. Oh my goodness. Interrupting my state of mind. And so okay, so what happened this week was, so I said, thank you, I would do that for you, you know, if you had a booger, I would do the same thing, I would, tell you about it, and we would make sure that it's not a problem, and you wouldn't walk around, and other people wouldn't see you with a booger hanging out of your nose. But here's the dilemma I was facing. Pretty girl is wearing black pants and has a white thread directly in the center of her rear end, and it stands out because they're black pants. Her ass is gorgeous, and so you can't not notice it. And so you're facing a quandary. You're like, what should I do here? Do I tell her about this? At one time in the 4th grade, I was sitting there. I was wearing sweats to school, and I had a teacher come up to me, Mrs. Parr, God rest her soul. She came up and goes, "Don't be upset. Don't get excited. You have a balled up piece of tape right in the middle of your rear end." And I was like, oh. And so I got that, and I was like, oh, thank you, Mrs. Parr. I removed the tape. So this girl has a thread in the middle of her rear end, and I was going through in my head, what do I do? I don't feel right. I should tell her that she has this piece of tape in her on her buttocks, because it was standing out, and it's just this big gaping thing right in the middle of this rear end, and I felt bad. So I did not tell her. And do you know how it resolved itself? She actually sat down, and when she sat down, somehow the act of sitting down removed the thread from her butt. I never had to be the rude guy. But what I wanted to know was, I was wanting to be a mind reader. I wanted to be like, if I tell her this, will she appreciate it and respect me, or will she be like, you're looking at my ass? And I want to clarify. I do not glare at women. I don't see something like that and go oh. And I don't stare at it rudely like George Costanza staring at a young 15-year-old girl's boobs in the show Seinfeld. I see something and I'm like, okay, I'm a man, I notice it, but I look away because I don't want to be rude. But so then it resolved itself, and thank goodness it did, because I was like, problem solved. And it was obsessive in my mind. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Because everyone's going to notice this beautiful rear end with a white thread on it, but then you're going to be pegged as the pervert guy, and you're not being perverted. You just notice it. Yeah, I'm sick of the time period we live in where we are vilified for being natural, our natural selves, men being their natural selves. So you notice a very prominent white thread in the middle of a girl's beautiful buttocks, and if you bring it up, you're a perv. And if you don't bring it up, you're inconsiderate. What do? The moral quandary. Oh! What do you do? And it resolved itself. Thank you again to Miss Parr. Rest in peace. Ha 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 ha. Moving on. Ah, dear Lord, I'm 13 minutes, 47 seconds into this already. That's amazing. I had jury duty this week. I went Monday fucking morning to jury duty. I had to be at the courthouse at 7:30 a.m. in the freaking morning. Horrible time to ask people to report to BFE way over in East Brighton, Colorado, where it's extremely far, far away. So you have to wake up. I couldn't sleep that morning very well and I couldn't work out because you got to be somewhere at 7:30 and I don't wake up. So I woke up at 5 o'clock that morning and I wound up driving very far over to Brighton, which sucks ass. About 3 to 5% of the people there were attractive, at least at first when I was standing in line. I was literally standing in line looking and I was like, okay, maybe there are like 100, 125, 150 people here, and I'm counting people both for their attractiveness, seriously, and their wearing masks. And so I think maybe 5 to 10 people, when the entire big group finally arrived, and it was more than probably 150 people that day, were masked up. And I was actually paranoid about going that day because I thought they were going to be like, you have to wear a mask to come in here. And then I was going to be like, well, I'm not coming in there. Ah! And so masks, thank God it didn't have to be that way. Plenty of men were good-looking dudes, and for some reason there was a dearth of good-looking women at first, but then more of them rolled in, and I thought, hey, maybe I'll get on the jury with a good-looking young woman or something and be like, how you doing? But I made a note of it because I thought, you never know where I might meet a woman. You never know. I'm in the mix of life here. I might as well make the best of it at the courthouse. More women, attractive, came, as I was saying, over time, and that made it more interesting. Yeah, I was almost reading. The criminal. Oh, no. So here's what happened, okay? I was there for about 3 hours total, and they said, at some point they said, okay, I was on, what was it? I think I was on the blue team or whatever you call it, the blue jurists they were going to select from for a particular trial. And they said, hey, you can take a break for an hour until 9:45. And so I went out, I got like a little breakfast thing at Wendy's, a little, what was kind of like an Egg McMuffin type deal, only Wendy's brand. And then I came back from there thinking that like I couldn't remember the time. And so it was 9:45 and the time kept going by. And I was like, okay, 9:45 has passed. I'm waiting here in a room with a bunch of people who were all afraid of a virus, And then finally, the judge comes in and says, the criminal that was supposed to be here did not show up. And so I immediately thought, oh my God, guilty! And I was delighted when they said, you can go home now. So I wound up going back home at 10:15 in the morning, and I wound up going and fulfilling my duty. Not to be confused with the duty before the show that I did 4 times. 4 duties before the show. Not the same duty as going to my jury duty. It's funny how they both sound funny to me. When I hear duty, if someone says jury duty, I always think, you said duty. Duty. All right. So, yeah, so the dude never showed up, and I thought, guilty! Yes, so that was the story of my jury duty, and it wound up being very uneventful, and I did not meet a woman there, and I signed this form they gave me. Damn, shit almighty. Okay, thanks for that. That's the 3rd interruption I've had in a few minutes, and I'm just like, fuck off with the interruptions right now. Sometimes, and it's like nobody's doing anything wrong. That was not a person interrupting me. It was a reminder I set for myself yesterday, but I filled out this form when I was doing jury duty, all these questions they ask of you to try and like filter people out. And one of the things it says at the end, it says like, is there any reason you may not be able to deliver a fair verdict? And I was like, well, yeah, because I think government is woefully corrupt. That's what I wrote. And I'm like, okay. They're like, put him on the list for the concentration camp. This guy is a little bit too rebellious for us. And I really did put something very close to what I can't remember if that was the exact wording, but that was the gist. And it's because If they were going to question me about anything, I was going to say, well, I believe in jury nullification, and that I hear makes judges' heads explode. But I believe juries are the last line of defense for people in a nightmare situation where the government may be totally out of line with what they're doing. And my point is that if I don't agree with the law, I'm going to fucking nullify. And I am the type not to go along with the group, but to do whatever the hell I want. Because if it's like, oh, so-and-so is charged with growing one plant over the legal limit in Colorado, this man must be punished. It's like, no, I must unpunish him. I think people should be able to grow as much of it as they want, actually. Because I think the law as it pertains to marijuana harms more people than actually marijuana harms people. And I'm not saying addiction doesn't harm people. And I don't want to, it's like, oh, I say that and my mind automatically flips and people are like, did he say marijuana is addictive? Bastard! Yeah, it is. It's very habit forming. But that's not my point. My point is you should have the personal liberty to do it whether it's addictive or not. The whole subject of whether it's addictive or not is an entirely different situation and discussion. And so don't get mad. Just understand that I support your right to do it. I have the most fucking liberal attitude about it, okay? But separating out the part where it's addictive, it's habit forming, it's a drug, it's mind altering, I don't think people should rely on it to change their mood. I don't think people should have to need it in order to get by peacefully in life. Actually, on that matter, if you, I'm really digressing here. But so jury nullification, I believe in it. I'm willing to stand up to the group that if everyone else on the jury is like, we convict, and if I don't agree with it, and so they would never put me on a jury because when they question me, this is going to come out and I'm going to say, look. And so I'm also going to say, this is another thing I was fantasizing about. It was kind of interesting. If they say like, okay, it's time for you now to take the oath. I want to say before I take the oath, just so that you know, I don't mean it. I don't want you to be able to hold it against me legally that I take this oath. I'm preemptively undermining the oath so that you know I don't mean it because I'm willing to nullify any outcome if I think you're wrong and if I think the law is wrong. Fuck collective mind group think. Fuck it. That might be a clip I want to cut out because I really feel that strongly. I'm not going to go with the group on something where I think if the law is inherently unjust, I'm nullifying that shit, baby. Yeah. And I'm going to feel good about it. And so they're never going to put me on the jury because that's what I'm going to tell these fucking lawyers when they ask. I have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, admittedly, when I say that. I'm just a little bit peeved. And that's the place where I was several weeks before doing something for myself, something that's bothering me today because of some information that arrived last night. So I have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder today when it comes to the judicial system, which I think is broken, ideologically tainted, corrupt. Fuck it! Seriously, why the hell should I respect that thing after what it's done to me, what it continues to do to me without closure? Fuck it! Shit. That's a good way to segue into Marxism, because Marxism is fucking hilarious, right? You have a bunch of people who are just like, damn, I'm such a victim. I'm a damn victim. This whole world's against me, bro. Because of this, that, and the other superficial detail. I'm not an individual. I'm part of a subjugated group, and I'm a victim. Damn, I'm a victim. I'm such a victim. I can't stand Marxism. And so when I was thinking about Marxism this week, what I was thinking was, seriously, I'm a little neurotic right now. You have to bear with me. And yeah, I have strong feelings about Marxism. I don't like communism. I don't like it. Fuck communism. I really mean it. And that's not a joke. I'm being silly. I'm being sensational. But I mean it when I say fuck communism. F it. F it. F it. F it. F it. So I was like, what would you do if you had a time machine? Where would you go? What would you do? I would go back in time and beat the piss out of Karl Marx. It's true. I wouldn't kill him, but I would tell him that when I go back to the future, if it's anything but a capitalist paradise, I'm coming right back here to beat your stupid ass again. And who knows? So the kind of interesting thing is that when you travel back in time, assuming no one else knows that you can travel back in time, assuming that you have the privilege of being the only person who can travel back in time, they will never know it's you. Whatever you decide to go back and you could rob a bank and they'll never know it's you. It's like, how could I have been there, Your Honor? It happened in 1943. And shh, you don't understand time travel exists. And so shh, therefore, you don't think I robbed that bank in 1943, that gold that disappeared? That wasn't me. Right? And so then there's no guarantee. So it gets all this like you might screw up the timeline. You may not even be born if you go and do that. So if I go back to 1943 and I steal some gold that was somehow integral in some kind of causal nexus that caused me to be born, so many people to be born, I may come back to the future and find that I'm not even there. It's a paradox, you see. And you can't go back and beat up Karl Marx because otherwise I might not be born and I might not even have the blessings of my life that I have had to this point, and it might screw everything up. So don't go back in time to kill Karl Marx. Damn him, though. Damn you, Karl Marx! That was a pretty good run. I have a feeling I did something funny or sort of like creative just then. Yes, sir. Are we going to move on? I don't have anything else planned. So you know what I'm going to do? I have that parched feeling again, so we're going to go ahead and do this. All right, everyone. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. We're going to take some... Oh, it's dripping. It's dripping. Damn that drip. Damn the drip. I don't like the drip. The drip is savage. It's right there. This wetness. Don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the drip. Don't like the drip. Don't like the drip. Don't like the drip. It's a little easier using that Elgato Stream Deck. I am not going to put the piss water in today because I don't feel like washing it later. So I have all these drops of water all over. And we got to go back here and do this. Wipe a little down here. And in the front of me right there. And which one do I want to do? I want to go like this. And I want to be a little different today. And I want to go, bang. Oh, that was too quiet. Dagnabbit. Welcome to the show, everyone. Where are we? We are 20-something minutes in, I bet. Oh, yes, 26 minutes. So, welcome. And I actually do think that it's time to pull out of this. And, did I say pull out? Did I mean pull out? I mean, like, literally pull out of the music, pull down the fader. You know, what were you thinking? I know you were thinking what I was thinking because once someone says pull out, what do you mean by pull out? All right, now I'm in full character. I'm Charlie Brown with a chip on my shoulder, and that's what I am. That's who I am, and I'm not sorry. Charlie frickin' Brown, baby. Good frickin' grief. All right, blockhead. Come on, blockhead. Kick the ball, blockhead. Oh, man. You don't... So when you're running down the road, Charlie Brown, to kick the ball, and you see Lucy there, you know she's going to pull it away. So at the moment she goes to pull the ball away, you don't fucking try to kick the ball, Charlie. You smack her on the face. And that's the last time Lucy will pull the ball away. She won't even offer to put the ball. She won't play that joke anymore because boom. And then like the lesson learned. Charlie Brown. Just kidding, Charlie. Just kidding, Charlie. Never hit a girl, Charlie. Never hit a girl. And make sure you got her pronouns right when you like are running at her. Be like, bitch. I know. I go too far. I do. Right, everyone. Right. So it's my fault? Is it my fault that society's nuts? Am I really the one in the wrong here, or is society overly sensitive about nonsense? I think society is overly sensitive about nonsense. I'm going to talk about more interesting nonsense coming up here, right now. I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to go, boom. Yeah, babe. Here we go, everyone. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ascendo! Ascendo! Yes, my mood is nuts because I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't even get into that. I didn't even get to why. The parasites could have waited till Monday, but no, they send it Friday afternoon. Had a good day. Doing all kinds of wonderful stuff, everyone. Woo! We do it for you. And we do it for me. Most predominantly, this is for me. It's for me, baby. Me. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to actually really like having this Elgato here. Because it allows me to really switch back and forth quickly, much more quickly than using the mouse. And I think that's lovely. It's just opening up some creative latitude to be a little bit more, whatchamacallit. Okay, come back here. Let's get some of that going. Okay, I had the wrong light going, but it's okay. It's all right. I think it's going to be okay. We're going to come off here and go in there, and it's back. The front light is back on. Hello, front light. It's beautiful, and I'm cutting out of this. Like a bad habit right here. Welcome to the show, everyone. This is Copy Who. Is this, where is my applause? Yeah, I'm here for you. I seriously had thoughts not to do this today. And then I'm like, I better go back and do the show. It's like what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to Casa Bonita today, everyone. Yay, I'm going to Casa Bonita. I'm going to film it. I'm going to try to cut a little video, and I'm going to go through and describe what I say. And fuck you guys. I say that because, of course, Casa Bonita it's world famous. The world famous Casa Bonita. And it was, what do you call it? Refurbished, remodeled by the two men who make South Park. I forget their names at the moment, but I'm going there today. My sister's obsessed with Casa Bonita. She's like, I gotta go to Casa Bonita! And so she made reservations. She got in some lottery or on some waiting list or something, and she got the call. And then we are going there at our reservations for $12.45, and we're going to enjoy some of the new Casa Bonita cuisine. I'm really interested to see how the cuisine has changed. I'm really interested to see if they improved the hideous, horrible bathrooms, which were really hideous and horrible and plugged up and clogged up and too small. Let's see how they improved those. We'll see if they got rid of the moldy smell. I used to call it Moldy Bonita because it's a place with character and interesting, but it was very moldy smelling all these years. I bet they carved so much mold out of there. I bet you caused so much cancer for people who went to Casa Bonita. They have no idea. Especially people who work there. They should check those people. They should see if those people have some kind of higher rate of cancer or sickness or illness or asthma or whatever. Especially as you breathe it in, you cause these illnesses, and then you blame Casa Bonita owner Corp, and then you sue Casa Bonita owner Corp, and you live happily ever after as a person with asthma with a lot of money. I know. Casa Bonita, right? I'm going today. It's my deal. As soon as the glasses went on, I swear when I get a little tired and I'm a little agitated, I get a little loopy, I get a little crazy, I pretend to be Charlie Brown. I'm so crazy. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Yeah. I'm telling you, kick that football, smack that bitch. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. I swear it's a joke. So let's dig this up in years. Cancel this. I'm not sorry. Never. Ha! No. God almighty. We need to restore the latitude for satire in society. So if saying Charlie Brown should smack a bitch on the face who pulls the ball away when he goes flying up and landing on his head. No, it's like you should be considerate. Here's the message. The good Lucy would hold the ball there, and she would help Charlie Brown kick the ball and become much better at kicking the ball. But no, she's into the humiliation game. So if a woman pulls the ball away from you, I'm just saying, Lucy specifically, Charlie Brown, whack her! He has misogynistic tendencies. Someday when you write an article about me and you try to cancel me, my whole attitude is going to be, fuck you! I spit on my mixer board when I said that a little bit. A little bit right there. See that? Okay, what do we have in our list here? We have some epic then and now. I seem to vaguely recall this. Let me see. This is on Facebook, and I want to pause this real quick. Pause. Oh, no. Open that up. Can we pause on Facebook? Okay, so this is very good, actually. Let's go like this. We go like this. Boop, boop, boo. Okay, that's getting better. I want to blow this up. Can I blow this up? Is it possible to blow this up, or do I have to go like this? Okay, so this is the young woman who played this character in the Neverending Story, and it's shocking to me whenever I see people go from innocent small people up to grown up. That's shocking to me. Shocking to me, and I don't like it. No, I don't like that. So back here. We're okay. Right? Wait. No. Okay, no, we're okay. I think we're okay. Oh my. What's that? Okay. I'm just looking at something. So let's play this right here, shall we? There's no sound to this. So, this is Johnny Depp. Okay, that's very interesting. I hate seeing people get old. Okay, so he's still looking pretty good, but I don't think that's real hair. I have a feeling he might have gone bald, and this is just an elaborate ruse here. So keep going, Johnny Depp. Okay, oh my God, Leonardo DiCaprio. From innocent boy to... He's a very talented actor. I really like him, and he's maintaining well. He's one of those guys who gets better looking with time. I don't necessarily say that about myself. I don't know that that's true about me. All my hair fell out. Here's another one whose hair might have fallen out, like Johnny, and it didn't fall out, and or it's not real, or it's a ruse. It's another ruse. You're lying to me, bro. Don't necessarily like that you might be lying to me, bro. You understand? Don't believe Leonardo DiCaprio's hairline. You phony. Okay, there's no sound on this? Wait, hold on. There is sound. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. Can't play the music? It's gonna have like... Okay, so this is, what's his name? He was on the Terminator movie. Okay, we're gonna stick here and we're gonna... we're gonna look it up. Terminator 2 cast. Terminator 2 cast. And it's going to be on here. Yes, it is. Edward Furlong. That's why I said Eddie. No, he doesn't go by Eddie. He goes Edward Furlong. This one is really not taking care of himself. He's one of the more... I'm really glad that I haven't... But he has hair. The bastard has hair. You lucky bastard. You lucky bastard, you have your hair. You lucky bastard, yeah. Uh-huh. Back here to Edward Furlong. You haired bastard. But seriously, looking like a nice, sweet kid here, and then just so disturbed. I think he's been in trouble for smacking Lucy on the face in his life once in a while. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, Edward. You're not really supposed to smack Lucy on the face. Of course, when I say smack Lucy on the face, I'm fucking joking. I don't mean smack Lucy on the face. I don't mean smack Lucy on the face. Do I? Let's go back here. Continue. Oh, gosh. Here's a man, looks good, young and old, in my opinion. And, of course, you always want to be young. But that is some crazy 80s hair on Mel Gibson right there. Buck Rogers Interactive Portal. Yeah, that notification popped up. I follow Buck Rogers. So what? Yeah, keep going. All right. I like that, man. Oh, Drew Barrymore, so sweet and young and innocent at 10 years old. I think she was like snorting coke. But to be honest with you right here, this is very good looking. I love the brunette on her. And sometimes I like her and sometimes I'm thinking, oh, my God, brainwashed Hollywood woman, what are you doing? I don't trust you, Drew. But I like you. I can't help but like you. I feel like we grew up together, so I have this innate fondness. When I was little, I wanted to date her. When she was in Firestarter, she inspired a friend of mine to throw water on her face and stand in the mirror and be like, and pretend to be that character. Sorry, Amber, that just came to me. Oh, I like that, to the side there. She just threw her hair to the side like that, and very pretty. So I can't play the song because it's Peter Cetera, Glory of Love, and actually, to be honest with you, I love that song. I would love to be playing that song as I watch this and do this with you right now. Okay. Oh, Christopher Lloyd. My goodness. Well, he is very old here, and he's very middle-aged here in the 80s when he was Dr. Emmett Brown on Back to the Future, and here he is. Ah, why does that keep happening? That's annoying. I'm like just pointing at stuff. Stop moving around. I might have to try and adjust that. So let's keep going. Well, who else on here? Oh, Keanu, so young and beautiful, and down here, John Wick-ish. Okay, so he's not at his worst here. I actually think it's cool with the beard. He's aging gracefully. I think he looks cool. And I want to watch that John Wick 4, but it's like 2 hours and 40. It's like 2 hours and 50 minutes. Whoa. Oh my God. First time that's ever happened. Mic falling off the table. First time that's ever happened. Let me come out here and say a 2 hour, 30-minute movie is just too long. You know, oh, so are these crooked on my head? Am I looking like a clown? Are they even on my ears? What's going on here, buddy? So yeah, 2 hour, 50-minute movie. That's way too long. You cannot expect someone to sit in a movie theater for 2 hours and 50 minutes. You don't get your money's worth. They should have an intermission in the middle of that, like 5-minute pee break. And, seriously, because I'm a man who likes to pee, that's why I always want to watch movies at home. I do like to be in a movie theater to hear the reactions of others. It's always fun to laugh with others and whatnot. So coming back over here, let's zoom back into this and get back into this and see if this is the last one here. Keanu, so long, buddy. Looked good when you were young. You've maintained well. I hope your hair is real. I always have to say that about these Hollywood men. Keep going. Oh, she's from My Girl, and she was so sweet in that, and I think she grew up to be such a beautiful woman. Of course, she was on the movie Veep, or the TV show Veep, and she was so likable in that. She's a beauty to me, this one here, and I would, if this woman called me, I would hang out with her. If she was like, hey, Paul, you want to hang out? I'd be like, okay, let's hang out. I doubt she'll be calling me, though. So who is this? I don't know who you are. Let's see, a little longer. Is that Shakira? Oh, man, she's changed a lot. If that's Shakira, I actually think she looks... The style is better now, but... And the video, the quality of this up here is no good. The video, I mean. Not referring to her. Oh, okay, here's Brad Pitt. Another one who was like Mr. Money when he was younger, but he's also growing old. And another mysterious man keeping his hair going into middle age, and that's kind of extraordinary. Looking very good, Brad. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, Jennifer Aniston. This one, oh my God. I thought of her last week when I was doing the show, and I was talking about women who do. So she did something to her lips and her face, and you can just tell. And I'm just like, why? You would look like amazing at your age if you didn't fuck with it, because now you have the unnatural look. And that is where you don't go. You don't do something to the degree where you can see something was done. Then you know it's an unnatural look. And you would have looked perfectly fine. That's my feeling. You would have looked perfectly fine and beautiful still at your age and stage. But now I get that awkward feeling of something's wrong here and you have low self-esteem. And you better not be pulling the ball away from Charlie Brown. I'm just saying that. Billy Idol, still looking pretty good. Probably considering all the stuff he's been up to. But you're like, I'm Billy Idol, man. I've got to keep looking cool. And so I've got to keep my hair. And so he's another man, another famous man who has his hair. Mysterious. Billy Idol still has his hair. I don't have my hair. I'm totally bald on top, Billy Idol. So good for you, buddy. Either way, you're looking cool. Okay. So we have Macaulay Culkin here. Very famous. Of course, now his brother eclipses his fame. And his brother is not famous. His brother is more famous than he is now. I don't know why I'm speaking in the accent that I am, because it gets me into character and I think that I flow well when I'm in an accent, not being myself. I'm more comfortable as someone else, aren't we all? We pretend to be someone else. Maybe I should have Trans Week where I dress up as a woman, a stunning woman, and we'll see, okay? We'll see about that. People don't care about the truth. Trust me, they don't care about the truth. So we're here on Macaulay Culkin. Looks pretty good. I think he grew up. It's like you can't maintain the fame as easily as you think when you grow up. It's a blessing when someone does. Keep going. Who's next? Oh, Lionel Richie. He looked so cool when he was younger, and now he has done something. I think he's blown his cheeks up with Botox, or he's got the bloat, and he's also got hair in a way that looks suspicious to me. You see how it's full up here and down here? No, 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 no. Okay, move on. All right, the dude from E.T. I actually like this actor. I always felt like that was me when I was younger. As a kid, I felt like I could be the guy who was in E.T. And he grew up and he's kind of not maintaining as well as I am. I feel like I have a more youthful look than he does. So sorry, bro, I got you beat there. But you have your hair again. None of these men are bald. Amazingly. Oh, Sebastian Bach. That's a here, then and now. So he's still extremely annoying. And over the years, I've really thought, you're the reason why Skid Row broke up, bro. It's your fault, Sebastian. You know it is, Mr. Drinker. You know your personality is completely overwhelming. And I'm really glad for those guys that they finally found a singer who can fill your shoes reasonably well. He's really good. What's his name? Eric something. Grim something. Waltz something. I don't know. Grim Harry Potter. What's the place where Harry Potter goes to school? Hogwarts. Grim Harry Hogwarts. Eric Grim Harry Hogwarts is the singer of Skid Row now. But Sebastian, you should stop drinking, and I kind of feel sad for you actually. And in his face here, he's so bloated because of the alcohol. You could have aged much better, but you don't take very good care of yourself, dude. I just give you the straight truth here. Oh, Ralph Macchio. Always very boyish looking. Very much like me and another man with hair. All these men continue to keep their hair magically. How's that even possible? So Ralph Macchio looking very good at his age and stage. I think he's actually 10 years older than I. He might almost be 60 years old, but he's still a very good-looking, young-looking man. Very cool, man. Like you. Keep it up. Daniel-san. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, my. Janet Jackson actually did Michael Jackson face. And it's funny, it's ironic because they're brother and sister. I always say when people go way too far with the plastic surgery, look at that there, that you go full on Michael Jackson face. And that's what she did. She was like, and the similarities are remarkable because on the top here, that looks so much like Michael, the way he became effeminate. And then Michael Jackson face on the bottom there. I feel bad actually for her. Let's straighten this out a little bit. Michael Jackson face. Oh, Angelica Houston. And when I look at her when she's young, she's so stunning, and she just did not maintain well here on the bottom. But she's stunning up there on top. On top, she's making my heart palpitate, and on the bottom, I'm thinking, Witches of Eastwick? Is that what you were in? I don't know. I think Wicked Witch of the West on the bottom, and I think gorgeous woman on top that I want to date. Oh, Mariah Carey. And now if I didn't know she was so she's very beautiful on top here to me, and she dated what's his name? She married what's his name and had kids with what's his name? What's his name? Let's see. Hey Siri, who was Mariah Carey married to?
I found two. Tommy Mottola.
Nick Cannon. Okay, that's how I know Nick Cannon is a very strange man, because he went with Mariah Carey. Maybe it was a professional move to get with a woman who would accentuate his own fame or something. But Mariah Carey, no. Looks reasonably well as she's aged down here, but on the top she has a much more stunning look. Let's keep going on this. Oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme. He has a cool look the way he's kind of gotten older, but he is looking very old. Not the same man, of course. Life is a journey. It's not stagnant. It flows through time. Okay, let's just okay, keep going. I don't know who this is, and I'm not even gonna act like I do. Okay, so Tom Hanks here has this very likable young Tom Hanks, and down here he's Tom Hanks, now sort of woke guy, condescending guy. He wasn't like that when he was younger. Oh, dagnabbit. Oh, Here we go. We'll fix that. Fix that right up. Okay. I want to play this music. Oh, man. Now, here's the ultimate then and now. I'm your hero of your dreaming of. Okay, yeah, Arnold before and after. He still looks pretty good. Another man with his hair. They all have hair. All these Hollywood men magically don't lose their hair. They have some secret. They probably have side effects. They're probably impotent. Carrying on. Oh, no. Hold on. I want to cut that music. Dagnabbit! I have to see what I can do to repair that zoom feature because it's bothering me a lot. Okay, Richard Gere. Everybody ages. No one, some people just don't look as good. Also has hair. Magically has hair. Molly Ringwald. Holy moly. Okay, this one depresses me because, like, on top here, I have this major crush. Oh, gosh. It's happening constantly. I have to see if I can, sort that out somehow. But I have this major crush on Molly Ringwald on the top here. Gorgeous. Breakfast Club. 16 Candles. Amazing. Gorgeous. And down here, you've done something now to your lips, haven't you? Look how big her lips are compared to the top. Look at the lips. At the lips. Do you see Molly Ringwald's lips? These gigantic lips. What have you done? What have you done? I really get into the then and nows, everybody. Just bear with me. Keep going. How many people are... Oh, Jackie Chan, okay. He aged pretty gracefully. I think it's because of the fitness. And Kevin Bacon, not aging so gracefully. Cool vibes, young, and getting old. And a little bit preachy, a little bit condescending, a little bit foolish. I don't know about you. Keep going, Kevin Bacon. Oh, this one does not do justice to how much she's actually changed her face. So Demi Moore has changed herself way too much. Carry on. I can't spend too much time on these. I don't know what the time is on the show. Eddie Murphy, I think he's aging gracefully, all things considered. You lose this cool, youthful looking vibe on the face, and the bloat sets in. Men in their jawline, of course, hair again on another man from Hollywood. That's the secret, putting children's blood and in your body, and I think you'll never go bald. And Cindy Crawford here, looking pretty good on the bottom. I think she's maintained exceptionally well. She's a beauty in either one of those. Chuck Norris maintained really well. Dude who's up there, he looks cool. He always looked cool, but it's kind of very cool if you can get to be old and still have a cool looking vibe going. Who else? Oh my gosh, Morgan Freeman. I barely see any difference at all. There are a lot of wrinkles on him up on top, and there are a lot of wrinkles in the bottom. It's like he hasn't changed very much. And I can't see under there to see if he has hair, so it's the first one I can't really comment on the hair with the men. Oh, good grief. Chubby, more chubby as you get older. Some dudes chub out. Can't help it. Keep that jawline, bro. Has a full head of hair. Rich, fit, wealthy man, famous man with hair. These men never go bald, I tell ya. Oh, no. This one really bums me out because she's really done a lot of work. And this is not too bad down here, what I'm seeing. But she was such a gorgeous woman, crushed big time on the top, and too much insecurity to maintain your looks in Hollywood. You could have been gorgeous, aging gracefully, and you altered yourself too much. Okay, Danny Glover. I think he looks cool young, as most of us do, and old. He's getting that old cool looking. He has an old cool looking look, even though that's not a very becoming a shot. Oh, here we have Pamela Anderson. This one really depresses the shit out of me. She was so gorgeous, so wonderfully beautiful, and she's done a lot to mess up her looks too. She should have taken it easy, especially on the lips. I don't know why you ladies are doing that. You should be careful with that because it alters your looks in a way where there's this. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be inconsiderate, but it gives you a freakish look. Oh, who the hell? Oh, this is the dude. I don't know what the name of this actor is, but that's the Blue Lagoon on top. I just spilled all over myself. Shit. Was that on camera? That's like the second blooper. I spilled all over my crotch, and I'm wiping my shit down again. My goodness. What we want to do is go like, Oh, I missed the button. Can you believe that? Keep going. Okay, we're back at the beginning here. We're done with that. Holy cow, I spent a lot of time on that. Where are we time-wise on the show here right now? 54 minutes. Oh, damn. I went way too long on the then and now shit. And oh my God. Damn. I'll just go long today. It's going to be a long one. And I don't care. But I want to do this because it's really not bad. This bugs me here, what Howard Stern is saying about Lauren Boebert. I'm going to make commentary on this. We're going to go through this right now. Oh, yeah, I just blew all of that. But I definitely want to comment on it. Okay, so she's a very good-looking woman to me, and I actually think she supports a lot of good policies, but she's always getting in the news, and she's always kind of being mistreated for things she did. And last week there's this big hubbub over her being at a movie theater with her then boyfriend, or her new boyfriend, and they're getting handsy and touching on one another. It's not a very big deal in my view. But let's hear what Howard has to say on some of this, shall we?
Lauren Boebert is a disgrace to this country, not because of the video. You are 100% right. Forget the politics. She's in a titty dress. If you saw the video, she's in a titty dress.
That's not even fair. So, mind you, Howard Stern is Howard Stern, and the things he's done over the years are insane. If you watch his movie, you'll see how he was married and doing all these very disgraceful things that I'm sure his wife didn't like at the time. So keep that in mind as you listen to him speaking here.
Looks like she's, obviously vaping, but also looks like she might be grabbing his penis during Beetlejuice.
Big deal.
And he's playing with her.
It was in the dark. I want to add, I've seen this, and it was in the dark, and so no one around them was even noticing this happening, but the security cameras were spying on her, noticing this happening. So they were probably looking at her deliberately to catch her in get a gotcha moment. And I just don't like the hypocrisy of Howard Stern here.
A sexy play.
It's a very erotic play, evidently. I remember the movie. It was nothing sexy about it.
You didn't grab
Pisses me off.
during the movie.
I guess the play is much
the
hotter.
movie. Skip forward
but she
to
was
Lauren.
wearing a tight titty dress. I've seen porn stars wear more. And this dude that she's with is playing with her titties during it.
I'll tell you what. If I have a girlfriend and I'm really into her, and if I sense that the environment we're in is dark, you have that anonymity from the people around you. Of course, not the cameras that see in the dark. It shouldn't matter if no one can see you if you're getting handsy. It's practically in private. And if you compare what happens at Pride Fest, that's the point I wanted to make, is that what happens at Pride Fest is really extremely way more disturbing out in the open with children seeing in plain sight in the sunlight what's happening. There's a big difference.
Having a party, and I mean, take away the politics. Jesus Christ, she's fun. I mean,
yeah,
I'd like to.
I would if she contacted me and said let's hang out, I would absolutely hang out with Lauren Boebert. I take no issue with her politics. Okay, I'm not going to agree with everything she says and does, but she's gorgeous. She's in an age group which it would be very fun hanging out with her. And I kind of feel like a lot of people are being jealous about what happened. They don't have anyone themselves. They're probably jealous because you want someone to be all over you. You want someone. I think this is the truth, that most people, including me, you want someone not to smother you annoyingly, but to truly be attracted to you. And you can tell they like one another. They were into one another. They were enjoying one another. But because it's Lauren Boebert, if this were not Lauren Boebert, nothing like this would ever have made the news. But since it's her, all this added unfair additional scrutiny, unnecessary scrutiny is part of the whole story. So let's keep going on here.
To play.
You want your Congress people to be fun or serious?
No, you're mixing. If you want me to talk about her as a congressperson, first of all, she's a liar. She was denying that she vaped. Didn't even know what vaping was. But then when they found the video, oh, I'm so sorry.
I'll agree with that portion.
What is with that?
Short of my
she shouldn't have been vaping in there. I'll concede to that because the vape, when you exhale it impacts others. I don't mind if people vape around me, but in that environment, if it's not allowed, she shouldn't have been doing that. But so who doesn't try to get out of situations by fibbing? You know, should she have lied about the vaping? She should have just said sorry, to be honest with you. She should have copped to that and said she's sorry. But I'm not attracted to this woman. I am attracted to this woman.
Someone told me I don't know if this is true. Someone told me she's already a grandmother. She's like 36.
That's
but her
insane.
Kid already had like a kid already. And is that true?
She likes to fuck.
Or am I reading
I
the wrong?
don't know anything
From a very young age, she likes to fuck.
else about her except, you know, like she loves shows, live shows.
No, you're correct. I think she had
And
to drop out of
gives
high
them,
school because she
too.
was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
anyway,
insane. Well, that's kind of sad. Howard Stern saying the things he's saying is really the pot calling the kettle black.
She barely won the election. I mean, I don't know what's going on in Colorado.
You don't know what's going on. It's a fallen state, stupid. Yeah, you definitely don't know what's going on, and you're a hijacked dodo head now, Howard. You support all kinds of things. You're not the regular guy, Howard, that you once were. You're just like, I'm Mr. Famous now. I'm too scared to go out because of COVID. What's going on in Colorado is Colorado's becoming a fallen state like New York, a psychotic, fearful state with a lot of homeless problems. It's a democratic state, and so that's what's going on in Colorado. And so Lauren Boebert and some of the policies she has, they're a breath of fresh air. We need more people like her in Colorado. I would love it if everyone... if we could really turn the momentum in Colorado to become a red state again, because it's just fucked up.
What are they? Just got dumb people in Colorado? How do you
See that it's like you can't even have a serious conversation with Howard Stern anymore because he's on that liberal wavelength. I want to just open this video of Lauren right here. See if this is here still. It's not here. What's up? Oh, so this is another thing that's bothering me. You know what that is? It's here we go. So here's the video. I'm going to loop it a couple times and make some commentary on it. So actually, let me come out over here and blow it up to the screen because I think it's easier to deal with like that. So see, he's grabbing her boobs. He's a little bit touchy-feely right there. And the person here making the comment, it says jerking him off. Lauren Boebert was jerking off her date in public. That's not jerking anyone off, Alejandra. And I don't think I think that's jealousy when people. So this is anonymous in the dark. No one around them is noticing what's going on with them. I don't see any indication. Everyone's attention is toward the stage. And they're just two people. See, so she's like inside of his thigh, and Alejandra continues to attack LG. Yeah, threats to children. It's very different what happens in public at Pride Fest compared to this. This is two people, a man and a woman, enjoying one another, and it's perfectly fine what people do. As long as it's like anonymous in the dark, it shouldn't matter. But she's Lauren Boebert, and everyone's like zooming in with the camera. Whoever was in charge of the camera was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get her." I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I want a girl that I can be touchy-feely with like that, within reason, and I don't want to. And whatever scrutiny I catch, whatever the hell, I don't care. I've gone way long today. I don't know how that part turned out. I get irritated listening to Howard now because he's really managed to upset me in certain respects. And what's there to say about it? I don't know. I want to wrap this up, though, everyone. I've had a weird night. It's amazing that I did a show, and I'm an hour and 2 minutes into it. Hour and 3 minutes now, actually, to be more precise. Thank you, everyone. This is Copy Who. If you actually like what I'm doing here, I know there are a few of you watching my clips and stuff. I appreciate that. I appreciate it if you share it with other people, tell people what I do, tell people to follow me. If you want to come in here and talk to me, if you have the balls to come in here and talk to me, you should say, "Hey, Paul, you want me to come in and talk to you?" Especially, I'm going to be biased towards pretty women, getting them in here. Pretty women! Welcome! Come on, take me on here. Don't you dare fucking come in here and ruin my show. So hang out for a year. It's time to distinguish myself. Copy Who Islandia Colossus. Son of a fuck. Yeah, you know what? I'm irritated. It's the same fucking problem I have with shit just disconnects itself. It's amateur shit hour, okay? I am grouchy today, that's the truth, but I got through this kind of gracefully considering what's bothering me. Oh, yeah, okay. Once again, does not connect, you fucking motherfucker. Connect right the fuck now, you stupid, dumb, technical, shitty-ass bitch. Connect right now, you fucking bitch. Okay, we got that. We're doing that now, right? I'm sorry, everyone. Even though I'm a little fucked up in the head, I want to say it, and I want to mean it when I go, peace be with you all.